Now, the Ministry of Education is urging parents and educators to join efforts in ensuring that studies continue while preventing the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. This comes as the government confirms that the second term will start this coming Monday. Gloria Mutesi reports.
Following the government's decision to keep the current school calendar running, the Ministry of Education has announced that students will be able to return to school starting this Sunday. This has been welcomed by parents who say they are ready to send back their children to school. They also acknowledge that they've tried to protect children against being affected by the virus during their holidays that are now concluding and vaccinated all those that were eligible. We are indeed ready to send them back to school. I was able to sign for my child to be vaccinated. While they were at school before, we signed for them to be vaccinated. 2 of my children got the jab, others are still young. Meanwhile, in some schools, they are painting classrooms, repairing chairs and washrooms. Some school officials acknowledge that preparations are well underway as they prepare to help students protect themselves against the pandemic. We have hand washing stations. We are repairing those that need to be repaired. We have soap at all the stations, and we have 2 isolation rooms. And once the students return, we shall help those that haven't been vaccinated to get their jabs.
We are doing general cleaning currently to prepare where the students will be sleeping when schools reopen. Everything is in play right now.
The resumption of school comes at a time when the COVID-19 pandemic is on the rise, largely due to the Omicron variant. The Minister of Education, Dr. Maria Valentin, says teachers and parents must cooperate to ensure learning continues smoothly while preventing the spread of the pandemic. This requires our cooperation, as we all know that going by the resolutions, health officials might lock down places with high clusters of infections, and this can happen too in schools. As you know, schools bring together many people in close proximity. Therefore, they need to be protected at all times. Education Minister also says the ministry is developing a fresh guidelines that will help the school administration and students to take steps to prevent the spread of the virus. We are developing new guidelines in collaboration with the health sector because the pandemic is escalating. For now, we shall continue assisting them with already set guidelines, but we're working to find other solutions to prevent the rapid spread of the virus amongst students. The Ministry of Education also announced that it has decided that all teachers should get the booster vaccine dose before the school starts this coming Monday. The Ministry of Education also says the vaccination campaign for students shall continue, especially for the 16 districts where the campaign hadn't started yet. Reporting for RTV News, Gloria Mutesi.